Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. It's been a really long time since I filmed a sit-down video and I do apologize, my nose is very stuffy today. I'm getting over a small cold, but I'm on the tail end of it. So it's been a really long time since I filmed a sit-down video. Welcome to my new background filming setup. Now I can actually film videos and leave it there. So it's super exciting now that we're in our new house. So today I'm going to be doing a video all about how to survive the end of the school year. I currently have, I think, 18 days left of the school year and I'm on survival mode for sure, and I know a lot of other teachers probably are as well. So if you're interested in my tips to surviving the end of the school year, just keep watching. So all of these tips I'm going to be sharing with you are nothing too crazy or probably things that you've never heard before, but this is just the 6 tips that I have realized after, this is my 4th year teaching and my 4th end of the year time, and this is kind of the tips that I've used and realized over the last few years that just work. And so my first tip is to try your best to keep your routine. I've noticed, at least with my classes, if I break up the routine and start just constantly doing different things, then I notice that my students start to just lose themselves a lot more. If I kind of keep the routine, then they know what to expect, they know how things they know how things are going to go, and they know my expectation. So I do try and keep the routine as much as I can. Now, I am someone who likes change, and so having the same routine every single day does kind of drive me insane. But one thing I've been doing at the end of the year just to change it up a little bit is to rotate throughout the day what I do. So I keep the routine, say for math, the exact same, but all year we've done math first thing in the morning, and so at the end of the year I've been doing math at the end of the day or middle of the day. So I keep doing math the way I've always done it for the most part, but I change the time of the day that I do it just to change it up a little bit, but at least the routine of math time is still the same as it always has been. My second tip, which is something I still have to remind myself every single day, is to keep your cool and stay calm. It is so easy, I feel at this time of the year, to start getting just that frantic feeling, and then when your students aren't listening and things are just crazy, you start just losing yourself and you start getting frustrated very easily and everything like that. And so one thing I have to remind myself is just to stay calm. I notice with my students, and pretty much every year it's been like this, if I continually just stay really calm with them and I don't let myself get frustrated, and don't get me wrong, it happens, there's still days where I get through the end of the day and I'm yeah, I let myself get way too frustrated today, and that's okay, but tomorrow's a new day, we're gonna start fresh. And so it's something that I have to remind myself throughout the day, that even if I feel myself getting stressed or I feel myself getting flustered, I have to keep my cool and just stay calm, because it doesn't help anything in my classroom. My third tip is to really take your personal time. After school, cut it off. 3:30, whenever your school day ends, just cut it off. There is no reason you need to spend all this extra time at this point of the year to do all this extra stuff. Do enough to where you can get by and take time for yourself, because if you are leaving school every day still continuing working and feeling stressed out, it's not going to help you during the day. I know during this time of the school year, I basically just leave right at the end of the day. I do come a little bit earlier to get stuff done, but I try to just kind of take the time for myself. At this point in the year, I don't really need to spend a ton of time planning, because I kind of know what we need to get done, and things are a little less structured and need to be done right then and there. So it's if something doesn't get done, it is what it is. My fourth tip is to remember the good times. So when you find yourself feeling stressed out and wanting the school year to be done, remember back to those good times that you've had with your class. Everyone has those moments in your class that school year where you've just felt you are the rock star teacher, they are the rock star class, and everything in the world is good. And just remember back to those moments, because they are still the same students, even though they are getting kind of crazy just because it's the end of the year. They're still the same kids, and they still love you just as much as you love them. And so sometimes you just need to remind yourself of that. And tip number 5 is to let your students do a ton of collaboration. At this point in the year, all they want to do is like hang out with each other. They don't want to like sit in a desk and just listen, which school is not really like that anymore anyway, but like let them just go for it and do collaboration. Like I've been letting my students run small groups and like teach each other. I've been letting my kids just like work together on everything, and it kind of cuts down on the amount of times where I'm having to like redirect students, because when they're working together, at least they are kind of on task, but they feel like they're getting to hang out with their friends and it's a little bit different, but they're still getting work done and still being productive. And at this point in the school year, I like to save a lot of the like more fun things for the end, and so we'll do like more fun activities and then they can do them with their friends and feel like they're just hanging out when really they're being very productive. I think as long as you keep the expectation for collaboration time and just let them know like what your expectation is and what they need to finish, and you're very, very clear with what your objective is for the lesson and what they need to get done, I feel like doing a collaboration project at this point in the year is like the best way to go. So I hope that these tips will help you to survive the end of the school year. Let me know down below if you have any other tips to how you survive the end of the school year, because I'm always looking for more ways to keep my sanity during this time of the year. And if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, make sure you follow me over there. And then if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will catch you guys in my next video.